Today we're going to be ranking every single Disney Channel show. Well, not every. I'm excluding animated projects and also shows after Dog with the Blog, excluding Casey on the Cover, just because those are shows I have not seen, which includes shows like Live Maddie, Stuck in the Middle. Yeah, I can't have an opinion on shows I didn't watch. So these are only shows I have seen, whether it's half a season, one full season, or in its entirety. Even Stevens is a show that I don't have too many memories of. I just know my siblings used to watch this one. It was also before my time, really, so that's probably why. Therefore, I'll probably have to put it in C tier. Kind of a similar situation, except I do remember a lot more from this show. And although I didn't finish it as a kid, when Disney Plus became a thing, I actually went back to finish this show and I actually really like it. I think I'm going to probably put it in B tier, just because I don't think it's on the level of others.
Yep, that's me.
That's So Raven's like all-time classic. I love the cast and everything. This is just one that, especially my sister and I would watch often. I want to put it in S tier because it's just, I mean, all these shows are pretty nostalgic. It just depends. Phil of the Future is a show that I don't see ever get any love or recognition. I feel like it's a more forgotten show. This was definitely a show that my brother and I would love watching. I just thought the concept was super cool and one of the more catchier theme songs in my opinion. Therefore, I'm going to put it in A tier. The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody is just perfect, honestly. Everything about the show works. There's nothing like that I hate about the show. It's definitely one I would tune into. I've rewatched the whole show on Disney Plus, which I can't say for a lot of these, but definitely Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Hannah Montana is another classic, of course. All these are classics. I'm gonna sound like a broken record here. Even though it was meant to be like a girl show or whatever, it's definitely one of my favorites. I love the songs, I love the characters, the setting. It's just everything about this show was amazing. Also a show that I rewatched in its entirety on Disney Plus. Therefore, I'm putting it in S tier. Corey in the House is a show I really liked. It's not as memorable as these other shows on this list. It's definitely pretty decent. I love the theme song as well, but when you compare it to some of these other shows, it's just not on that level. Therefore, I am going to put it in B tier.
Everything is not what it seems.
Wizards of Waverly Place. Just gonna put this here already, just no point. Wizards is my favorite Disney Channel show of all time. Might be my favorite childhood show of all time, including Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, everything. This show is perfect. The definition of perfect. All 4 seasons. Of course, I've rewatched this a few times since Disney Plus became a thing. I remember being seated for the finale, the Wizard competition, family competition. It doesn't get any better than this. I am really excited for this reboot, revive, I don't even know what it is, that Selena Gomez and David Henry are working on. I'm not sure if it's going to be on Disney Plus or Disney Channel, but I will be watching, of course, because this show is peak and it's the greatest thing to ever happen. We move on to Sweet Life on Deck. Is it on the level of Zack and Cody? I don't think so, but I actually think it's pretty close. Another show that I just adore, whether it's the reoccurring characters or the new characters that were added. Sweet Life on Deck is also S tier for me. Sunny with a Chance is a pretty decent show. You know, catchy theme, pretty good characters, some forgettable ones. But overall, it's pretty decent. There's nothing I hated about the show. Nothing that was like too special that I loved either. So that being said, it's gonna go to B tier. I'm gonna be honest. I was never a fan of the Jonas Brothers. I was always more of a Big Time Rush guy. Didn't care about One Direction either. But like in terms of the show and their music, they weren't for me personally. Don't even think I finished the show. I'm probably gonna have to put it into D tier.
You're gonna love who you turn out to be. Hang in there, baby.
I'm gonna just put this into S tier already. No point in discussing. It's not even a debate. Also, arguably one of the best shows in Disney Channel history. I love the premise of the show, all the stories, the characters, everything about this. I would love to go in depth for so many of these shows, but then this video would be like 2 hours long. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Good luck, Charlie. S tier.
It feels like a party every day. Hey,
Jessie is another iconic show, and I really hate to do it, but I think I'm gonna have to put it in S tier. There's so many S tier shows on here, and yeah, again, you can just say nostalgia is part of all of it, but all these shows are nostalgic to me, and they're not all S tier, but Jessie's definitely one of them. I'm sure majority of people will agree anyway, so there's really no point in arguing. Shake It Up is next. Shake It Up I really loved, whether it's from the music or the goofiness, or even Selena being the singer of the intro song. It was great all around. I want to put it in S tier, but for now I'm going to put it into A tier. And we'll see how things turn out at the end. Ant Farm is one of those shows that I had mixed feelings on as a kid, and as I grew older, I grew to appreciate it more and more. Like, I always enjoyed watching it with family, like my cousins and stuff, but I never thought it was on the level of these older shows, which is fair, to be honest, because the quality, I feel like for Disney, the quality over time just drops and drops. Most of these shows, the quality, it was consistent, so I can't really complain. I think for now I'm going to put it into B tier. Now we move on to Austin and Ally. Oh my god, this one, it's so good. Disney had no right to make so many great shows. I'm going to already just say it's S tier. Des alone makes it S tier.
I think we have the same problem.
Yep. Trish.
I was gonna say we're both having a bad hair day.
For my friends. Austin, Trish.
Just sing the song! He's my only friend.
What? We're your friends too.
Thank you, Ally. But that doesn't help.
But everybody else is great as well. Banger theme song. Had so many great songs throughout the show. The storylines were great. Characters were fun. It was just, of course. Now we have Dog with the Blog. These last 2 shows are shows I never finished. I don't know. I really don't know why. I don't know if I grew out of it, gave up on it, or just, I don't know. I watched maybe half of each. That being said, I can really only put this into a low B, high C tier. I'll move it into B tier to be generous. We have Casey Undercover. This was a show that, again, I didn't finish in its entirety. I think I enjoyed it because I love Zendaya and Shake It Up. But overall, I really don't remember this show too much. I can't even give it higher than a C because of my memory of the show. For now, it's going to be into there. Completely forgot about these last 2 shows I have included. So random. I'm going to throw into C tier because it was really just a skit show, kind of. I can't really give it anything higher than that. It was okay. Not on the level of Sunny with a Chance, even though it had people from the same cast.
Yep, that's us.
Last but not least, we have Raven's Home. It's the newest show that I have seen, but of course I didn't watch it in its entirety. I probably would have enjoyed it, but considering I've only seen 1 season, or I'm not even sure if it was a full season of the show, I'm gonna have to put it into C tier. But for what it's worth, I was enjoying what I was watching. Let me just rearrange this list really quick, and I'll give you guys my official ranking. So the order that you see is my favorites to least favorite, starting from Wizards, ending with the Jonas Brothers. Let me know what you think. Do you guys want to see an animated Disney Channel shows list? Nickelodeon? Cartoon Network? Let me know down in the comments. What are your top 5 favorites? Thank you for watching. Peace.